What's happening, folks? I'm just gonna go over this article and read it out loud in case you can't read it or can't get to it. I'll link it in the bottom. Critical security update from Bitflikz, Bitflikz.com, Bitflikz.com. We have come to learn that the users may be at risk from the exchanges Coinbase and GDAX. This is breaking right now, and we have some pending reports on how deep this may actually reach. Update August 1st, 2016. Mr. Armstrong from Coinbase has tweeted that Coinbase funds are secure. GDAX is yet to make a statement. GDAX is the exchange that suffered the replay attacks over a period of days. And I wonder if this has anything to do with what's going on over at Bitflikz. In actual fact, GDAX and Coinbase are related. They are owned by the same company. So if GDAX is having problems, Coinbase is having problems. It has become apparent that GDAX have suffered major replay attacks in the early trading of the new hard fork Ethereum clone. They did not properly secure themselves from the attack after advice presented by the Ethereum Foundation was taken. During this period, it is unknown what actual amount of ETC was relayed. We have estimated it much bigger than initially anticipated. This occurred over a number of days as GDAX were assured by the Ethereum Foundation that there would be no interest in the original unbreakable Genesis chain. They were even aware of the attack vector but left it unpatched. It's speculated this may have been an attempt to kill off their competing chain. So central planning at Ethereum led Coinbase to believe that this is not going to, don't worry about it, just don't put it on your exchange, everything will be okay. And we all know that it's not okay. ETC is growing in value because people don't like central planning at Ethereum. At the time of the attack, ETC was trading between 26 cents and 58 cents. It's now trading successfully above $1.08 or $1.80 after failed attempts harmed the chain. For every dollar taken during the replay attack, they are now in a deficit over approximately 540% negative 540%. Sadly, if $1 million in Ethereum was withdrawn at the time, that will place GDAX in a loss of negative 540% or over $6 million at current prices. Coinbase is a big company, but $6 million is a lot of money to lose. They could be really having troubles here. So I want to buy Bitcoin, but I'm not sure that I want to do it from Coinbase right now. And I just signed up for Circle just to have a backup plan. If Ethereum Classic continues to rise, this may spell disaster if they have not purchased customer funds. This may be crippling to smaller exchanges. We understand we have just raised fees on sister site at Coinbase. Now I just looked at Coinbase and I put in $100 and it would have cost me $1, which is 1%, which is I think is normal. They're talking about raising fees. So I don't know the validity of this story or not, Bitflikz.com, I just ran across it. For example, let's say I withdrew 28,000 ETH from GDAX at the time. What would have happened is my transaction would have reflected on both chains and would have ended up at 28,000 ETH and 28,000 ETC, which would have been worth around 600 or 6,440 at the time, but has since soared in value to over $50,000. This moment they continue to climb in values as to what seemed to be a rejection of the clone. Donald McIntyre of newfination.com. Hi, this is hi. I sent ETH to my account 39 hours ago, but it hasn't been credited. Are you having trouble with deposits? You know, Donald McIntyre of New Nation. I know him, so I'm just really reading him. Any losses GDAX sustained are now multiplied, and it doesn't look like it's going away. At the time of writing, the fraudulent chain now trading as ETH on exchanges had declined in value and has seen a large percent of miners abandon the chain and begin mining the original once again. One more. The power can be clearly drop off. As it weakens, the original blockchain may assume full power. This is very dangerous right now. We feel it's important to inform the community as we know people close to us who have suffered through exchanges in the past. We all remember what happened to disgraced crypto exchange Cryptsy. At first, users couldn't withdraw or transfer funds. Then slowly, they would process with delay after delay. They suffered a large-scale hack and had to rely on rolling Ponzi scheme in order to keep the exchange running. Eventually, they just gave up and ran off with everyone's money. Cryptsy were a respectable exchange for some time, but it all changed very quickly. Coinbase appears to have a nice-looking website, but we begin to worry when we soon learn they're not crediting users' funds and have begun stalling on withdrawals. If you spend a couple minutes and do a search of the hashtag Coinbase, $ETC, or hashtag GDAX, hashtag on Twitter, you can see there are upset and angry individuals. Unfortunately, you need to do some scrolling as they have activated their newswire and tried in one more popular forms of stealth censorship in an attempt to bury the voices of those affected. Altman at Crypto Spacesuit. To be safe, I'm going to avoid Coinbase for a while. What do you guys use to buy and sell BTC? Circle.com. I just signed up and it was super easy. And I put in my bank information, and it was very simple at Circle.com. And it's always nice to have a backup. I hope Coinbase survives. I don't know, because I like using what I'm comfortable with. They claim to hold 100% of customers' ETC in cold storage, which is impossible. We are aware of individuals who have repeated the process and collected more than their fair share of ETC. How can they possibly have 100% of funds if that's true? They are either severely incompetent or do not have customer funds. It does not take weeks to initiate withdrawals of customer funds. Update. We have confirmed with experts that this is a minor feature and can be implemented overnight. The statement is entirely misleading. Coinbase have been known in the past to have had some very dodgy dealings with claims of multi-sig addresses. There's a lot of misspellings in this thing, so it's a pretty quick write, and I don't know who's writing this stuff. So I'm a little cautious to believe this one source, but what are you gonna, whatever. I'm reading it. They then updated their documents 5 days ago, which I would imagine would be around July 26th, 2016. The page was offline at the time of the during of the article. There's a link there. We have even started our update on BTC. BTC-E update. BTC-E may have lashed out in anger with their initial statement. I don't know what their initial statement was. Did I just read it? It was not their fault losing customers ETC, as they were advised by the Ethereum Foundation. We apologize for any misunderstanding and harm that this may have caused. It has been revealed that Ethereum Foundation were coercing exchanges to abandon customer assets. They saw no value in the tokens. This was found on one of the crypto's most advanced and trusted trading platforms, Poloniex. I think this is a quote from Poloniex. Despite repeated assurances from the representatives of the Ethereum Foundation that the community had little to no interest in Ether on the unforked chain, ETC, demand for market grew rapidly, as did over-the-counter trading between private sellers and buyers. After uncovering some disturbing documents, the email leaks, we soon discovered the Foundation participated in misleading and fraudulent rigged voting, sometimes in order to push the clone chain onto other exchanges. They were completely aware of the replay attacks and chose to ignore the fatal flaws, even advising exchanges against taking advantage of their positions as trusted advisors. Now, this is concerned developers had raised the issue but were promptly dismissed. Quote, P.S. I am aware that probably only exchanges will go to lengths like this, and most users just expect the network to work. They will suffer losses because the replay attack. I'm urging the client devs to include a protocol level solution in the hard fork, but there's probably not going to be enough time. Note, I want to make clear I did not add the bold above. That is how it was written by the author. It doesn't tell you who the author is, but I'll read the bold. They will suffer losses because of the replay attack. I am urging the client devs to include protocol level solutions in the hard fork. That's what's in bold. Summary. Days before the hard fork, this guy is posting. Days before the hard fork, this guy is posting this, and devs are seeing it. I've screenshotted many major devs sharing and referencing this hard fork, proving they knew. Weeks before the hard fork, there were notice on GitHubs, for example, on July 1st. But the worst part, the Ethereum insiders are also widely swapping tips on how to do replay attacks. Many of the inside developers, central planning at Ethereum, guys, it's just crazy. I end with a quote from Vitalik Buterin to me in a Reddit exchange that is a perfect example of this arrogance. Here he gives a reference. I basically accuse him of making unstable decisions and lack fiduciary responsibility to the users and investors. His reply was, in my opinion, cryptocurrency holders are precisely the parties that are most willing to and should take on risk, so that the properties of the rest of the system can be more stable. Ethereum is a decentralized platform that runs on smart contracts programmed without any possibility of downtime, censorship, fraud, or third-party interfaces. How many times has Vitalik told these they love to run to these exchanges and tell them to stop trading. I just do not like Ethereum. Sorry. And the more I learn about them, the less I like them. Or I like Ethereum. But anyway, guys, I'll link this into the bottom. Okay, I'm going to try and figure out who the author is here before I break away. It's Bitflikz. It says July 30th on the article. But it doesn't have an author, which concerns me. It doesn't have an author that I can see. I don't know what to think of this. But something's going on over at Coinbase. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's no I don't know what to tell you guys, but stick with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Kaboom.